merry meet and fare thee well. Settle in for a story with me, Astin Gaël. That was a lot of noise. Thank you so much for joining me here today. It is Wednesday, March the 11th, and this is your daily collective message. Shout out my dad, who passed away in 2009. Today would have been his 68th birthday. So, sending love to him. I wore my bumblebee jasper pendant. My dad visits me in bees anytime that I see a bee, especially like on me or very near my person. I take it as a symbol of my dad saying, hey, from the other side. I was terrified of all flying insects growing up, thought every single thing with wings, especially ones that made sounds, was a bee, and I absolutely thought I was going to get stung every time. Fun fact, I don't actually have a memory of getting stung until I was in my early 20s, probably about 23 or 24, and it was by a red wasp. So, why I had this unhinged idea that every single thing that was flying and was an insect was gonna sting me, I really don't know. I was a very irrational child. I had a lot of irrational fears, but religious trauma will do that to you. Anyways, happy birthday or whatever it is on the other side to my dad. If you are not following the magic shop on BlueSky, the link to that page is in the description box down below. I highly recommend giving it a follow. We do a lot more community over there. Besides, multiple platforms means multiple versions of fun. If you are enjoying these stories and you would like a personal narrative, the link to my Buy Me a Coffee is also in the description box down below. We are working our way through what there is to love about a man, and every day we are taking the theme of the excerpt and basing the story around it. Today's theme is determination. Once a man sinks his teeth into something with dogged determination, no one and nothing can pry it away. He is terminally determined, and he just won't quit. He will see the project through to completion no matter how daunting the obstacles. He is committed to the cause no matter the odds. He will not take no for an answer, and he will stop at nearly nothing until he knows he is done. Filled with resolve, a man never wavers. He will cross the finish line with bloodied feet on his hands and knees if he must, but he will not give up. Who cares what the polls say? He will stay the course and leave no stone unturned. When others say the well is dry, he will find the way to squeeze out one more precious drop. When others are ready to pack it in, he is newly propelled by a fresh sense of purpose. He stands firm in his determination. His backbone will not buckle, and his willpower just won't wilt. The host of my dissociative system's name is Liam. Liam is a derivative of William, but Liam in and of itself loosely translates to helmet of will, a helm, the thing that one wears to protect the crown. Look at that. A little feather just came floating in as we were talking about my dad earlier. Now, he does not visit me in birds in any way, but I always take tiny feathers like this as a representation of ancestors. So, hey, shout out my dad. Um, we named the host of our system after a misunderstanding when a former host of ours was introducing themselves to a shop owner, and they said their name, which was Leanne, and the woman heard Liam. Well, the members of our system went back home and vigorously searched what Liam meant. We're very big into the meaning of names and the definition of words. Probably a good thing being an author. Um, and the sheer amount of willpower that it takes to go through transitioning is a lot. It's a thing that one cannot do without determination. So while I definitely don't ever um, limit these themes to masculinity, because I have definitely met a lot of female bodied people that identify as women who are fucking determined. Um, but that will, that sheer force of just not giving up is your masculine. It is that action. It is that Mars energy. So men, women, and non-binary people in between, keep up that determination, especially when it comes to just the political climate, okay? Um, the determination, the will to live. Maybe that's where our story is going today. All right, we're gonna pick some characters from the cheeky little oracle deck that I received from the Ritzy Rose. Now, I found the Ritzy Rose on Etsy, and I want to take a moment to shout out okay, characters. Who's in the story? All right, so we have got a slow moving Three of Cups, or the group chat. At the bottom of the deck, we have a person in the Nine of Cups energy, someone who is determined. They have the audacity to keep on going, even though this group, this group chat, this Three of Cups, is doing everything possible to slow them down. And that's the way of determination, right? Like, it's not actually determination if there's not obstacles that you're overcoming. Um, if you are merely just getting up and keeping going, that's just living life. Determination is the wherewithal to be met with obstacle after obstacle after obstacle and still keep on going. um, Determination is deciding that you are going to do something and not giving up. Um, my partner is quitting smoking, or at the very least attempting to right now, and I am super proud of them, but I am not encouraging them to do this, nor am I discouraging them. Like, they are a full grown adult, and they made the decision, And every single day they are updating me on their progress, and they are making progress. And their willpower honestly is amazing in all aspects of life, but their willpower to take care of their health is even more amazing, because it's not really encouraged, I would say, in their family dynamic. Okay. Interesting. This song was actually in my head, and I don't know this song, like, know it. But it's like I interpreted this card before I even got it. 6 Feet Apart by Alec Benjamin. This is the part that I was hearing. Space and time are interwoven. Well, at least that's what we're told. When I was young, I was suspicious, but it's true. Time sticks like glue. I feel so blue, here missing you. So I think somebody in this group chat misses this person that's sitting in the Nine of Cups energy. And possibly that is why this attempt to slow this person down got started. It's like, slow them down, because when they're stagnant, they're more likely to reach out to me. When they don't have anything going on, they tend to get bored, and I've always been the one to entertain them. Make sure that they're less entertained. And for some reason I'm hearing, are you not entertained? What? Why am I seeing that? Because, like, I don't even know. It's like I know what movie that's from, but I have no idea. Like, I don't. That's not a movie I've watched many times. It's just I know that that's, yeah. Are you not entertained? Interesting. Okay. Um yeah, fucking the final quarter moon literally coming through. And that happened today. Uh, Apparently, I really think that setting out your moon water is important on the final quarter moon, or a former version of myself thought that, anyways. Um, I no longer have moon water that needs to be set out or consecrated. I'm actually out of moon water. How can you be out of moon water? Well, here's the thing. I only collect my water that I set out for the moon from natural spaces now. And I thought I had enough to get me through until we started returning to nature, but I do not. So I'm out. I'm out of water, but if you didn't set out water for the final quarter moon last night, because it was at its peak in the middle of the night, the energy is still, palpable tonight. However, I would like you to note that tonight the moon is no longer in Sagittarius, it is in Capricorn. But absorbing some of that Capricorn energy could be what one needs to further their determination, to reinvigorate their will. Okay. Um. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. I have no idea what's going on with my energy today, so all right. Oh, all right. Well, we'll take those. 6 of Wands sideways. The Eight of Wands sideways, and this feather will not fucking go away, by the way. So 8 and 6 is 14. 14, that's 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today is going to be the first quarter moon. So something about the quarter to quarter, this group chat could be working with the quarter moons rather than the new and the full moons, because they've realized that this person in the Nine of Cups energy is more likely to be vigilant during the new and full moons, thinking that those are the only ones that have like power, but there's power behind all 4 of the moon phases. Hell, there's power in a void of moon. I would venture to say that the power for like dark magic might even be more available during a void of moon, but I wouldn't know because I don't really work with that. 14 breaks down to a 5, and so we're looking at the 5 of Wands. This group chat, I think, has been in 5 of Wands energy, very competitive, very combative. But that's fizzling out. That is fizzling out. They are moving more towards a... It's almost like combative has moved away from Mars energy to Mercury. There's like verbal attacks or social attacks in some way. Think Mercury retrograde type energy, you know, hacking into computers and such. Yeah, it's like they're maybe they're not necessarily hacking into computers, but they're doing something to prevent this person that's in the Nine of Cups energy from getting seen, from being recognized. And yet this person just keeps on going. They like it's maybe because they're not doing it for being recognized, and that's the miscommunication here. This group chat has no idea what it is that fuels this person. There's a King of Wands that I don't believe belongs to this group chat. It's all maybe possibly the person that is funding this. They're paying people to observe this person in the Nine of Cups energy and attack them in some way. They're running out of money, this King of Wands, or possibly running out of influence. Nobody wants to, quote unquote, work for them anymore. Tell me more about this 5. 5 what? 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a countdown. Maybe there's like a deadline that this King of Wands set. Almost like, you know, you have until this date to get this done. And that date is coming up. And the quote unquote this is like a betrayal, is a 3 of Swords to the heart. That day is coming up, and this person in the Nine of Cups energy is, they don't feel betrayed. They don't have a burden that they're carrying on their back. And they're not in like a FOMO type energy. You know, nobody can make them feel left out. Yeah, and they keep setting boundaries. This Nine of Cups person, this Nine of Cups energy. If this is all being done on social media, there are multiple people that are getting blocked. Multiple pages even, you know, same person makes multiple different profiles and multiple profiles get removed with a quickness. Okay. Some bibliomancy in my grimoire. There's a tower falling down. There's a tower falling down. Chaos about to come. There's a tower falling down. All right. That's all I have for you today. Until next time, be well, be you.